Hello everyone and welcome to another surprisingly bright and sunny episode of Music of the Month, where I review the music of the previous month, even if it wasn't released in that particular month. That took me a couple of tries, I don't really know why. But yeah, month of August. We didn't have a whole lot of stuff, and only two of the albums that I listened to in August did not actually come out in August. As always, we go through them alphabetically in terms of band name, and I review them and see if I liked them or not. But before I do, I want to thank everyone who showed up to the Shadowband stream last night for CWL. You're awesome. And if you think that me and Alex Graves had the best match of the night for our tag titles, you'd probably be correct because we totally fucking did. Oh man, I rewatched it earlier and it was so good. Anyway, yeah, we're going to actually start the episode now. So the first one is Alice in Chains with Rainier Fog. I thought this was okay. It was my first Alice in Chains album. And from what I understand, people weren't a big fan of their previous album called The Devil Put the Dinosaurs Here or something like that. And yeah, apparently that got a lot of flack. I quite enjoyed this. I mean, it was my first Alice in Chains album. I know they've got a few more, and I know they're going to be the first episode of my next season of backtracking, so there's that. But yeah, it was enjoyable. Nothing super standout, but nothing completely offensive. I liked what I heard. I thought it was really good. Uh, yeah, next it's Alkaline Trio with Is This Thing Cursed? It's only the second album I'm reviewing, and it's probably my favourite album of August, personally. I just thought it was super enjoyable. I mean, maybe it's because I'm a bit biased because I was going to say a really good backtracking episode. I did a backtracking episode about Alkaline Trio. It was a two-parter. And I really enjoyed doing it, and, like, they're a band I really regret not having, like, listened to a lot sooner, and this album is really, really good. There's a stream on YouTube, obviously, so if you can find that, go listen to it. Yeah, it's just really good stuff. I quite liked it. I can recommend it highly. Pretty good. Next is As It Is with the Great Depression. About a year and a half after their last album came out. Their last album made my top 10 of 2017 list. That album was called OK. This album might not, but I did quite enjoy it. The band went for a more emotional route on purpose this time, and I quite liked that because I feel like it was a natural progression of things. Like, for their first album, there was always the more pop punk side, but they were always teasing that heavier thing. With OK, they walked that line a whole lot better, which is why it's probably my favourite album by them. And with The Great Depression, they completely went all the way the other end, and I'm really, really fine with that because I knew it was kind of coming, I expected it. So yeah, I can still recommend this album. No, I didn't like it as much as their previous one, but I did quite enjoy it. So next is Crossfaith with Ex Machina, my third Crossfaith album. Yeah, I'm fairly well caught up with these guys. I quite liked it. It was a lot better than Xeno was. Like I had so much high expectations for Xeno. I listened to it. I left a little bit disappointed. For this one, I had moderate expectations. I guess you could say. I feel like that's an insult to the band though. But then the album came out, and I really really enjoyed it. It's probably my second favorite album of August, if I'm being completely honest. I quite liked it. I had fun. Just like Crossfaith are just a fun band to listen to. They have such an explosive style with what they mix together. It's not just because they're Japanese. Like their style in and of itself is just amazing. So yeah, it's even on Xeno, like still really really good. So yeah, the Ex Machina, damn good album. Next is the first album to not be released in August, but in fact July, and that is Deafheaven with Ordinary Corrupt Human Love. And this and the last band we're going to get into were both recommended to me by a friend. Well, sort of by two friends. This one was recommended to me by my friend Sai and another friend named MC Kira. And they both said that the style is called black gaze. It's like a mix of black metal and shoegazing. Wait, taste in my throat. Sorry about that. And having listened to it, I'm like, yeah, I've got to agree. I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, it was just really, really good stuff. Really good mathcore, black metal, shoegazing thing. It's an eclectic mix. It's very avant-garde, and I feel like this year I've been getting more into the weird side of metal, like the heavier stuff, the darker stuff, and the stranger stuff, as we're going to get into later. Wink, wink. But yeah, I really like this album. One put in my top 10. Once again, wasn't completely offended by it. Really, really liked it. Next is Eat Defeat with I Think Will Be Okay, their debut album, and their first release since their EP last year, I think. I forgot what that EP was called. But yeah, this album was pretty solid, standard British pop punk debut. Just solid, solid stuff. I just really, really liked it. Especially after hearing Shortcuts a couple of years ago, I really, really like that song, and was that on this one? I still enjoyed it. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it, really, really good. Just fun. Just a fun album. Next is Nonpoint with X, appropriately titled because it's their 10th album, and I will say it's probably the best album since their self-titled one in 2012. Like, I don't know, the last two albums were good, but they weren't great. I think their self-titled one so far is probably my favourite. I've only listened to 5 of their albums, because the first one I listened to was Miracle back in 2010. We'll probably say that for a backtracking episode, but I liked it. There was a bit more heaviness to it. There was more of a straightforward pace, and I quite enjoyed that. I feel like I was missing from their previous couple of releases. So, however, one thing I do appreciate is more guitar solos. Always a big fan of that. Really enjoyed that. And so yeah, once again, good stuff. Been a positive month, I think. Well, despite some personal things, but we won't go into that. So, next is Slaves with Acts of Fear and Love. And once again, just fun British punk rock. Just super, super duper enjoyable. There was a lot of punk rock in August. Like, there was a lot of punk rock and pop punk and stuff like that. But yeah, this album in particular, it was just a lot of fun. I mean, your typical Slaves fare has just got like this really good biting sarcasm and political awareness. And it's, it sits down and makes you think, but I think with this one, there's a bit more of a pullback on the reins and there's more of an emotional weight to things, and I quite like that. I can respect that. It's a really, really good thing. So, happy with that. Next is Trophy Eyes with the American Dream. Oh, man, I don't really know how to feel about this one. I listened to You Can Count on Me, which I quite enjoyed. I thought that was a really good song. But apparently this is a much slower album. It's inspired by the lead singer's trips to Texas and the previous couple of years he lived there. But this band is usually a much heavier sort of hardcore punk band, and this album was more mid-tempo, from what I understand. I say this because I listened to like the first 10 seconds of one of their heavier songs after this album was over, because Spotify does that when an album stream is over. It'll take you to a different song or release they've had. So I could probably say I listened to like 10, 20 seconds of that, and I enjoyed that a lot more than I enjoyed the entirety of this album. It's probably my least favourite of August, if I'm being honest. I don't completely hate it, and once again, You Can Count on Me, a really, really fun song, I quite liked it. There are some good things about it, but I don't know, like, from what I've seen of reviews, I know the band can do better, and I have that feeling in my head that if I do a backtracking episode for them, which I probably will, uh, I could probably agree with the critics on that. They've probably released better stuff than this. I don't really know. Next is With Confidence with Love and Loathing. Once again, fun, pop punk, mostly mid-tempo-ish, mostly poppy stuff, much like Weatherly with their debut. Lips Like Oxygen, that's what it's called, I was trying to think. So yeah, once again, just really, really good stuff, really, really fun. Nothing top 10 worthy, but nothing offensive. Quite enjoyable. I liked it, yes, yes I did. So yeah, well done with Confidence. I've got 2 more albums last. Well, next is the last album of August that I listened to, and that is Waster with Identity Crisis, and not Wester, as I've been mispronouncing it, because I recently found out that there was a Canadian band with the name Waster, but they bugged the British band, which is the one I listened to sort of change their name, and they got rid of the vowels, but it's still pronounced Waster, so that makes 0 sense to me in some way. But yeah, Identity Crisis, really, really good. I liked it a lot more than Red, Green, or In Between. I had this really bad habit of accidentally saying Red, Green, or In Between, because the In Between is coming. It's just weird. Red, Green, or In Between. But yeah, I really, really like this album. Definitely a lot better than their debut, in my opinion. Their debut was really, really good, but I feel like it was a bit too short, And this album, like, it's got more of a bounce to it. It's got a bit more of a soul. And I quite liked it, and there was amazing guitar solos. Oh my god, there's some great guitar solos on this album. Really, really good stuff. Really proud of Wasted by this point. Just really, really cool. And that's the last album of August done, but not the last album I listened to in August. Well, it was the last album I listened to in August, but anyway, the next one is Illinois with Stranger Fruit. This is another band recommended to me by Sai, and I was told to... Actually, was this the one recommended to me by Sai and Kira? Anyway, this album was really, really good. I was told to listen to Devil Is Fine, which was the debut by Zillanada, and I quite like that. Then listen to this one. I quite enjoy this one. I slightly prefer Devil Is Fine, but I really like Stranger Fruit. Once again, it's more into the avant-garde, weird metal style, which I think I sort of got on track with first with Avatar earlier this year with Avatar Country. That's a really good album too. But yeah, it was weird, very very weird, but good album, good weird. Avant-garde metal is good weird, and I'm always up for good weird. So I enjoyed this. Overall, August, pretty good month, just a fun month for albums. Like, you know, it's when the summer season kicks in and you get like the really, really fun stuff. And I'm holding a bit of plastic from my pop box, which has Fanta Fruit Twist. I couldn't remember the name of it. I had to look at an empty can over my table here. But yeah, so all in all, August, really good month for music. Probably not the best, still looking at you, April, but maybe up there. I don't know. Yeah, just really, really enjoyed it, and I'll see you all possibly. Well, I'll see you all on Thursday because I wasn't. That's the thing, because I said at the end of my last Tough review I wasn't expecting to make another video anytime soon. Then I remembered, shit, it's near the end of August. I have a Music of the Month episode to do. So yeah, and this would have been up yesterday, but food happened. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see you all for the next. I'll see you all on Thursday for the next Ultimate Fire review. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this Music of the Month. I know I did, which is why I enjoy reviewing it. I can't speak the English very well. Good. No. Thank you for listening. You're awesome. Bye bye.